I had the distinct pleasure to sit down with a wonderful person that demonstrates the values of community, volunteerism, and sports in the development of the young people of Lisbon, Maine.
So, um, welcome everybody. My name is Albert, as you probably know, and I'd like to introduce you to Nicole Sautter. Um, and we're going to talk about the Lisbon Holiday Craft Fair.
Perfect. So much to talk about.
Yes, and could you introduce yourself?
Certainly. So, my name is Nicole Sautter, and I am a teacher here in Lisbon, and I have run the Lisbon Craft Fair since 2013. So, I started out running it as a athletic booster secretary. I then ran it as a class advisor, and then I ran it as a track and field coach.
Excellent.
So, yeah. I probably should mention, I'm a Lisbon lifer. I was born not too far from here in Farmington, Maine, but I've lived in Lisbon for all 52 years of my life.
Wow, that's
so,
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't claim that I've lived in any one place more than like 25 years. But
Yeah, I got you beat then.
yeah. And the flyer says that it's been around for 59 years.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, so this is our 59th annual. Not to be confused with it having run for 59 years straight. I think that there was some gaps in there, but our first fair happened in 1966, and it actually was started by one of our current crafters, Elsie Sampson. Yeah.
Awesome.
And her and a group of her friends, they needed to raise money for their boys to go to band camp in Washington, D.C. So they put on a little craft fair to raise some money for that, and that's when it really started.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What is it that you mentioned that it was for a band trip? What does it support now?
So currently it does support our Lisbon high school track and field teams, both our boys and our girls teams. The first year that I took over as the Lisbon track and field coach for the fair, I used that money to pay for new warm-ups, jackets and pants. That was a big need that our team needed at that time. And this year we are looking to purchase new high jump mats. Ours are just unsafe, and the cost of equipment has just skyrocketed. So the money's always put to a good cause, but that is what it's going toward this year.
Excellent. What do you like if the two teams didn't have this as a fundraising tool?
Yeah. Well, so if we didn't have this fundraiser, we probably would try to find some smaller fundraisers. It just takes a lot more time to organize the teams, to get them out and do different things. This fundraiser, I've been running the craft fair for so long, I think I could do it in my sleep. It does take a long time. It takes a lot of my time, but it doesn't necessarily take up a lot of time from my athletes. This particular fair, my athletes, they're not necessarily the ones that are volunteering. It becomes more of a community event. So it's not a team fundraiser in a sense, but my teams do benefit from it.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I set up at the craft fair and I met Nicole through this, being a crafter here, what time of year do you start preparing for the following craft fair?
Yeah, so that actually starts around May. I'll really start kind of organizing my things, updating application forms, updating informational letters that I send out, and getting all of those things ready to roll out in June. In June, I'll send out the applications to previous year crafters, and then in July, I send them out to those that are interested in joining us. And starting in June, it's just a sprint all the way until we usually fill up end of July, beginning August, and then there's a little bit of a lull, which is great because that's when the school year is starting, and I'm a teacher here, so it's nice to have a shift in my focus to just school during that time, but it ramps up again end of October and obviously November.
Okay. And I can say it's very well organized.
Thank you.
First year, you're welcome. The first year, I was put on a wait list and wasn't able to get in that year at all. But she was very good about getting back to me and honored the wait list, which was wonderful.
Of course, yeah.
I felt really good about that,
Yeah.
and have not been disappointed with the communications at all.
Thank you.
Is there any charge for customers that come to purchase things at the craft fair
Yeah,
to
like-
come in as
Yep.
an additional
Yeah, there are
fundraiser?
some fairs that will charge maybe $1 or $2 to get in. We don't charge. We just want people to come and enjoy the fair and want that money to go back to our crafters and vendors. We do run a big raffle table, so instead of charging, we do that instead.
Mhm.
I don't know if we make as much money as we would if we did charge, but I don't want people to be hassled with digging out $1 or $2 as they're coming through the door. I want them to just come in freely and
I think
shop
that's
around.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I do too.
And, as a vendor, I it's also a requirement. How many raffles do you have? Because I know I submit my what I want to donate
Right.
to the raffle.
Yeah.
How many different raffle baskets or whatever
Right.
do you
So
have?
yeah, that definitely varies year to year. What will happen is we have volunteers that will organize it, so they'll kind of look at the items that we have and then group them accordingly to try to create some little themes or things like that. So it's hard to say how many exactly we have, but I think in the past we've had sometimes 30 to 40 different drawings
Oh, that's
for
good. Yeah,
different
that's great.
items, and it's not just you get this item, you get a collection of items.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's Nicole doesn't ask you to donate that ahead of time. They take the donation that morning.
Right.
The crafters will donate what they want to give towards the fair, and that's how it's done. And so that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
They get organized that quickly.
Oh, they do it quickly,
Yeah.
and I'm hands off because I used to do it, and it would take me forever because I tend to overthink a
Mhm.
little bit. But
Yeah.
when you have our younger high schoolers or people like that do it, they just quickly get it done, and it looks great. And they do a great job every time. So.
And there's a concession stand.
There is a concession stand. The concessions are run by our Lisbon athletic boosters,
Okay.
and money that they raise goes to all athletic programs for Lisbon.
So it's not just track and field.
It's
then,
not
is it?
just track and
It's
field. No, it's
universal
yep,
for the
it's a
sports teams.
universal. Yeah.
Oh, that's really
Yep,
good.
yeah.
It helps. Well, and it probably gets more people wanting to help too,
Sure.
because it's not just one entity.
Right. Yep. Of course.
Do you mind talking about approximate amount that's raised annually? Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure it varies.
Yeah, it does. It does. So typically $4,000 to $5,000. The year that we bought our warm-up suits, it ate up all of that because
Mhm.
our track team is 60 plus student athletes. So it's about that much. Our pole vault and high jump mats are in rough condition, specifically high jump mats, and just for high jump mat, believe it or not, that runs over $10,000. Track equipment's so expensive. So if we're not able to get new mats this year, then for a couple years running, we should be able to have enough to purchase that.
What would that do to like the high jump, the team being or the competitors being able to practice then if they didn't have a mat?
Yeah, so we do have one, but it is about 20 years old,
Mhm.
and the style of high jump mats have changed drastically. And the ones that we have, they're just not safe for kids to jump on. They set a little bit lower. They have the standards, which holds the bar. Those are kind of in the way, and if one of our student athletes or another student athlete from another team lands on those, then there's risk of injury there.
Sure.
So we just want to make sure that we're providing a safe event for all our athletes, whether they're from Lisbon or from another school. And so it's time for us to really start looking into that. And our school budget right now is finally passed last night, so we're really excited about that. But there's a lot of things that our school budget, we just don't have the money for. I think our superintendent does a nice job in making sure that money's not wasted.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just try to do my part and raise as much as we can and pay for things as a team that typically sometimes a school department would cover.
Okay.
So, yeah.
One of the questions I wanted to ask you was about the challenges that I've noticed in the 2 years that I think this will be the third year. I can think of fire regulations as
Yeah.
being I'm assuming it was the fire department
Yes.
or local
Yep.
codes.
Yep. Both.
That
Yeah.
Can you
they
talk about some of the challenges that you pretty much annually, I'm guessing?
Yeah, of course. So as our fair has grown, obviously so have regulations. So we want to just make sure that we're providing a safe space for our crafters, for all our patrons, anybody that participates in the fair. So we need to be very mindful of, should something happen, do we have a safe layout that is going to allow people to evacuate, that is going to allow people to get to safety, anything along those lines. So the fire chief, as well as a code enforcement officer, last year I met with them, talked extensively with them, and we just walked through to highlight areas that potentially could be unsafe. So we do have a nice working relationship. They're coming back again tomorrow, so we can do a general walkthrough. I share the layout with them and so on and so forth. We did shut down one wing that we had running last year, and then opened up the cafeteria instead. And I think that people are going to find that the fair this year may be a little more breathable as far as being able to pass and get from one place to another, and not feel so congested.
I was looking at the route because I wasn't sure, because I always come in, and I think that was one of the
Yeah.
areas that you've not, you don't have tables set up.
Correct.
So it appears like it's kind of a winding through to get over to was it the cafeteria?
The
You just said?
cafeteria. Yep. Yeah, so we'll have some main entrances, and it's great because in the back of the school, that's where a lot of people are going to park. So many people will come right through that cafeteria area anyway, and then navigate up through. Right now I'm currently working on creating some larger maps of the layout and getting those posted at certain entry points so people are able to look and see, oh, there are crafters here, there are crafters here, so that no one space is feeling looked over.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Approximately how many vendors do you have this year?
Yeah, so I kind of break it down by crafters, people who have a craft that they're selling. We have 123 crafters. We have 6 vendors. Those are people who represent businesses. We have 7 class groups, volunteers. We have 2 groups from the middle school, and then we have 5 groups from the high school. And in total, we have 164 spaces taken.
And right behind us is the gymnasium. I don't know how well you can see it at this point because the automatic lights went
Yeah.
off, but when I looked at the map, it looks like that's fairly well filled and with a serpentine route to go through.
Yep, and we have added an aisle across the middle of the gym going this way as well. That was recommended by code enforcement and our fire chief. And I think that's going to make a big difference this year as well.
And my plan for this, about thinking through this video, was to put this together and on Saturday take time away from my table. I haven't asked my wife this yet. She'll have to sit there, but go around and show you all in a separate video and what the fair kind of looks like. And you've mentioned volunteers a lot
Yeah.
in just this few minutes together. What what's really, I guess, what is important about volunteerism uh, for a community and for the fair specifically?
Yeah, so we would not be able to put on a successful fair without our volunteers. Like, those are all our workers behind the scenes. So those are made up of our middle school students, our high school students, and providing them opportunities to shine, I think lends itself to just growth in their character. And really, young people, they just want to be involved. They want to be able to help out. They want to be able to give back, but they don't always know how. So when you present an opportunity for them to do so, and then they do it, it is amazing just how well they do. I think that our young people kind of get a bad rap, teenagers, we all have that connotation of, troubled kids or this and that, but when you really take time to get to know them, and that they just need a little guidance and need opportunity, and they're great. And right now I have a lot of volunteers lined up. They're excited about it. The banner that's hanging up over 196.
Yes, I grabbed it.
Yeah, I had that laid out across my classroom and then out the door because it's so large, and realized, oh my gosh, this thing is so filthy. And I had a group of middle school soccer boys that were like, well, we'll help you, Miss Sautter. And I said, come on down. All of them just went to town on it, and it was just great. They were so excited, and they'd not one asked, well, what do I get?
Right.
They don't. They just want to be a part of something. So I think it's great. I think it's important that they understand bigger picture and give back to their community, and do a nice job of that.
And I think, especially as you get older and you have more experiences doing those kind of things, it's amazing how much it develops a person.
Of course, yeah. Yep.
So,
Of course.
was there anything else that you wanted to? I've asked you a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Was there anything you wanted to impart on people
Come
about
out to
Okay.
the fair, whether it's this year, next year, future years, and if you have a craft, if you have something that you would like to sell in our fair, reach out. You can always touch base with Albert, and he'll get your information to me and put you on the wait list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. I really appreciate this, and the benefit that you can get by volunteering and helping out your community, I think, is so important, because we're all interconnected, and it's so important to stay as part of a community. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nicole.
And thank you, Albert. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right.